Every year, South Africans from all walks of life get their heads shaved or their hair dyed, all sorts of colors, and it's all for a good cause. The annual Shavathon, organized by the Cancer Association of South Africa, aims to raise awareness and funds to tackle the disease, which is one of the biggest killers in South Africa. To talk more about this, I'm joined by the Cancer Association's marketing head, Lucy Bologna, as well as well-known celebrity cancer survivor and ambassador, Mark Pilgrim. To both of you, good morning. Welcome to Morning News today.
Thank you.
Lucy, this is always an important time of the year, but for someone that is suffering from cancer, the struggle is every day, isn't it?
Yes, you know, 1 in 4 South Africans are affected by cancer, and the Cancer Shavathon is a wonderful opportunity for everybody to come and show support for them. So every year, March during this time, starting today, Friday and Saturday, everybody comes out in full force and comes and joins and either sprays or shaves their hair and joins the cause.
Mark, you and I do this like every day. Every day we're fully in support. You're a survivor and you're also an ambassador. Yeah. You know, it's sometimes difficult to share your struggle with other people and tell them. But why do you do this?
Well, I've got a public platform. And I've always believed that we've got to try and create the awareness, because early detection helps actually get over cancer better if you can. But also the stigma attached to cancer. I had testicular cancer, and so many guys are very afraid to tell someone that they had testicular cancer. I am very proud of the fact that I'm a cancer survivor. I've only got one ghoulie. It doesn't faze me.
And it still works, right?
It works very well. I've got an 11-month-old daughter. And she's mine. She's mine.
But look, the thing is, and we say that some people might think it's a bit off, but it's important to let people know that life does carry on, and you can still, you know, lead a normal life, isn't it? Absolutely.
You get to appreciate life so much more because you don't worry about the smaller things in life anymore.
Lucy, it's always very important to know how far we are getting in this, you know, but the work is still very, very hard. Now, and it's great that we speak about this, but the saddest thing and the reality about this is that a large part of our population still think that this is a white disease, that black people don't get cancer. I'm not going to get burnt by the sun. I mean, I'm an African, yet it is growing, and the numbers are growing in the black population, isn't it?
Absolutely. Cancer doesn't discriminate. Whether you're young, old, black, white, wherever you're from, it doesn't. And that's the important thing about having big events such as Cancer Shavathon, is to show that everybody can get involved, or everybody doesn't have to succumb to the disease. And that's the whole issue about cancer survivorship. So I think with Cancer Shavathon, you've got this event where everybody gets involved, young, old. We have venues on Saturday all over Soweto, and they're also opening up on Sunday as well. So we just everywhere, everyone's going to be involved in spraying or shaving their hair on Saturday. And that's what's so exciting about it, is that it doesn't, you know, cancer, the disease doesn't discriminate.
Mark, just very quickly, you've been doing this work for a very long time. You know, what is the one thing and the biggest fear that a lot of people have about coming out in the open or just going for that test?
Well, I think a lot of people like to be an ostrich with the head in the sand. You know, what you don't know can't hurt you. But this is what the Cancer Shavathon is all about. Besides paying our respects to those that have passed from the disease, those that are currently fighting the disease, and also celebrating with those that have survived, we're just getting that awareness out there, saying early detection is so key. The earlier you detect it, the better chance of your survival.
Thank you very much. Let's introduce a person that's absolutely brave and that's also become involved in this very important day. You know, Charlotte, you doing this for a friend. Tell us your story and tell us about all of that's on your T-shirt.
Well, this is the shirt's for Billy, who works with us, and he's a cancer survivor for the 2nd time. And we really just wanted him to know that we're here for him. We support the Cancer Association. We support all cancer survivors in South Africa, and to get the awareness out there and get people to spray the hair, shave the hair. You know, anything that you can possibly do to help this cause will be absolutely wonderful.
Well, stay right there, Charlotte. We're going to be coming back to you in a moment or so. Let's give Iman an opportunity to just take us through the top stories. When we come back, we'll see that beautiful lock of hair going down. Before we go, though, let's now check in with Charlotte's extreme makeover. Charlotte, are you ready for the big chop?
I'm absolutely ready.
And you feel that you are doing the right thing and for the right cause?
Absolutely, no doubt in my mind.
Let's see the hair go off. Geez. It's amazing. Well done. Let's give her a huge round of applause.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Charlotte, you've had your hair long for how many years? How many years have you had it?
Well, the last time I had it really short was just over 10 years ago.
Wow.
So it's really not been much shorter, since then to about my shoulders. So it's really been a really long time.
And how do you feel about after having done this? And just take us through why you're doing it.
I think, every woman gets to a stage in their lives where they want to do something different with their hair. And initially I thought, I want to cut it off short, but I just didn't want this hair to go to waste. So I started investigating, can I donate my hair? Who do I go to? What do I do? And I was led to Lucy, and we started with this whole project. And it's just been an absolutely amazing
journey.
thing. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now look at that lock of hair.
Wow.
Look at that lock of hair. That's absolutely amazing. Sure. Thank you very much. You're very, very brave.
Thank you.
We're proud of what you're doing.
And I think what's really important to say as well is that, at the Cancer Shavathon events, if someone watching actually wants to do that as well, I think the hair length has to be 22 centimeters.
Yes,
22 centimeters.
22 centimeters.
Yeah. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can just color spray your hair.
That's wonderful. Lucy, events like this, when somebody steps up to the plate and does something like this, how far does it go to really send that message out about what you're trying to achieve?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm looking and I'm thinking, how brave is she to actually, and especially for women, we really attach to our hair. And what an incredible display. Losing one's hair is often a side effect of cancer therapy. So you're actually taking that step and saying, I'm showing solidarity, I'm there to support cancer survivors. So for us, we're incredibly so proud of you. And just for all the survivors out there, wow. And so many South Africans come and do it on Saturday. We're ready, they're waiting, and it's quite an achievement for us when we see these people coming in. There's usually a personal story behind it. There's a reason why they're doing it. Either someone they know has passed away, or they're doing it for someone who's still living with cancer. So it's absolutely amazing.
It's wonderful. Let's take a quick look at the before picture. That's how long her hair is. That's how long her hair was, in fact, before all of this. And this is what she looks like right now. Charlotte, it's amazing. It's really fantastic what you've done, and I hope that your message does really go a long way in raising awareness about this. How are you feeling finally?
I'm actually feeling exhilarated, a lot lighter in the head area, but I feel great, and I'm very happy that I've done this.
Congratulations, and we're all very proud of you for what you've done.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you. Mark, thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with us here, Lucy, and we hope that you do get the support that you're looking out for here. And if you'd like to contribute to this great cause, visit shavathon.giveagain.org or call the Cancer Association's toll-free number. Those details are appearing on your screen right now. Shavathon.giveagain.org.co.za or the cancer hotline, which is 0800 22 6622. We'll also be giving more of this information right after the bulletin. Remember, we do welcome your comments. Tell us what you think, or tell us your experience about the Cancer Shavathon. Newsroom at enewschannel.co.za. You can also post your comments on our Facebook wall. Search for Morning News Today and become a fan. Thank you for joining us. There's plenty more after the break.
Thank you. And finally, he's one of South Africa's most well-loved comedians. And what's more, he's a big supporter of those fighting cancer.
This weekend, hundreds of South Africans are volunteering to get their heads shaved or hair dyed in support of the annual Shavathon.
And while our special guest can't part with his iconic hairdo, and who can blame him for that, he's agreed to get his hair sprayed in solidarity with cancer patients. Of course, we'll be talking about Mark Lottering. Welcome to Morning News Today.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming. Before I chat to you, though, Sue Janse van Rensburg is the CEO for Cancer. Happy 80th birthday. I mean, Cancer is 80 years old in 2011.
Thank you. Yes, we're going to celebrate this year, and we're so grateful to be here and for Mark to be here next to me.
Yeah, just bring us up to speed, with where we are with cancer statistics in South Africa today. I mean, how bad is the problem? And of course, it's not a problem that affects just one aspect of the population. It really does affect everyone.
Yes, that's a fact. Unfortunately, at this point, our stats are only updated up to 2001, but we know, based on the fact that cancer will become, and it is to be, a registered disease, we believe that within the next 18 months or so, we will have updates on stats. But it is growing by the day. According to the WHO, they say that it is the disease that is costing the most lives worldwide.
Wow. Mac?
Mark, yesterday we spoke to Mark Pilgrim, and he was saying that doing something like this, it's very difficult because he's also a cancer survivor. Yeah. You've got a personal account with cancer in your family. Why are you doing it?
Well, my father passed away. My father had brain cancer, and this was a few years back. So, and just prior to that, without knowing that my father was going to get the cancer, I had been involved with it. In fact, I shaved all my hair off. I looked amazing, and but like you, and so then already the awareness was kind of stirred. And I think it's just very important that we do things such as these, because life gets busy, and you tend to just move ahead and forget about these things, so to speak, and put it in the back of your head. And then for some of us, of course, there's some personal intervention when it comes right into your family. So I'm certainly thrilled to be part of this initiative. And for me, I see it as a very important initiative.
I mean, just take us through those moments, you know, when you find out that someone you love, someone you're so close to, someone who you think is going to be around forever, you know, that the clock is actually ticking for them. I mean, how does the family react to that?
Well, our family, our approach has always been and continues to be one from a point of humor. That's just how I grew up, where we were always told to, you know, life is short and we need to smile about more things, be it disease or anything else. The clock ticks for all of us. So our approach was very different, and I spoke about that in one of the shows that I was doing at the time, because they said that my father would lose his hair, and then my father did lose the hair, and it grew back, and my mom was very impressed because his hair grew back straight. So she said, you know, there's a good side to everything. And she said to my brother and I, you know, the two of you should go for chemo. Look how amazing it is for your dad. And I did a show then because my father encouraged me to create a situation whereby people could talk about this and still smile about it, and that's what we are doing today. You know, I don't want to be glum about this kind of thing, because it will affect so many people around the world, and certainly so many South Africans. So as I say, I'm glad to be involved with this project, to be associated with this project, and it's very cool to be here today. Thanks.
So this is a very important time of the year for your organization, especially you know, around the fact that we get so much publicity. A lot of people are talking about it, but for cancer survivors, for cancer patients, for families that have been affected by cancer, it's an ongoing battle, isn't it? What support mechanisms are there for the general public out there?
From the Cancer Association side, we are proud of the fact that we've got 60 offices out there in care centers. We've got mobile clinics that go out and do screenings for people in all our rural areas. We've got 12 interim homes where people can come and stay with us, go for chemo and stay for very little money or even for free. And more so, we've got a lot of support functions, like counseling functions. We've got a toll-free number, and I want to really invite people, phone us on our toll-free number 0800 22 6622, that we can come to us and we can support you in many ways. I'm a cancer survivor myself, you see. That's also after chemo, I've got straight hair, you know. By the way.
Yeah, listen, I'm so tempted to say a few things in response to that, but it's not a week in which we can do that.
No, that's true.
Sue, I'd like to invite you to start spraying Mark's hair, the very brave Mark Lotching. I think he's going to get a lightning bolt on the side of his head.
Yes.
I'm going to get a lightning bolt here.
Well, I just hope I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
He's going on stage. By the way,
I'm at the Market Theatre till the end of the month, so this needs to be right.
it's made
I
with
just tell
vegetable
you,
dye.
this is a veggie spray, and they say it can actually come out, it will wash out after 5 months. No, 2 days.
That's fine, because we don't want too much colour in there.
No,
we don't want
I
to
know.
upset Mr.
No, no.
Manye with our lot of colour
sure.
issues.
I'll try my best.
Speaking of which, while we get the hair sprayed, Mark, I mean, like you said, you know, you adopted a very sort of, well, not adopted a humorous stance about it, because I don't think it's something, I don't think you can laugh about cancer, but it helps certainly to lighten the mood a little bit and to be realistic about what we have and what we're facing and make things easier. I mean, what advice would you give? What advice would you give people when dealing with somebody who they love?
I think, you know, as I said earlier, for me, you see the clock is ticking, you know, when you realize that someone has a disease like cancer. But I operate whereby I think the clock is ticking for all of us all of the time. And I was fortunate in that I had time to spend with my dad. And we had time to chat. So I think if there are people near and dear to you, short of sounding like a beauty queen, but take the time.
You do it so well, though,
I do
Mark.
it so well. Thank you. I get that. Wow. But take the time to be with people who are special to you. Take the time, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in.
Mark, can we see your lightning
I
bolt?
think we can go a bit more. Hey, you are very tame. I don't mind. Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
She's scared. She doesn't want a letter from someone, you know.
You can go mad, darling. Don't worry. It's not a weave.
Okay, right, yes, some.
Well, Mark's husband is watching from the sidelines, I'm sure, very nervously. Oh, my.
Great.
All right. But
Thanks,
Yeah.
Delilah.
enough?
all right, you
So,
can,
because
you
I
can,
don't
you
know
can
what it
turn
looks
for us
like.
a little bit, darling.
Turn that way. Where am I?
Yeah.
What am I seeing? Oh, no.
We just want your hair to be...
I don't know if you can see
It's
it.
There we can. There we
There
turn.
we can see,
Yes.
but-
Oh, there we go. There's that lightning
You
bolt.
like some more?
Wow, it looks amazing. It's impossible for me to look weird. This looks.
I want to
Thank
say
you,
thank
Sue.
you from my side.
Thank you
Yeah.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Sue. It's been such a pleasure having you. Mark, as always, you're a scream, you're a riot. Thanks so much for coming this morning. Thanks for doing it. Your show opens tonight at the Market
Our
Theatre,
show
I
opens
believe.
at the Market Theatre tonight, and it runs until the 27th of
It's not
March.
related to cancer at all, but we just say, by
We
the
will
way.
support him. I
Yes,
promise
we'll
him.
support the
Yeah.
cause. All right. Well, thank you so much for that, guys. We really
Thank you.
appreciated your time this morning.